Welcome to Dad's DeFi Space. If you're new here, my name is Kevin, and I am a father, a teacher, and a DeFi investor, and a trader who shares exactly what I'm doing with my own portfolio, all the wins, all the risk, all my mistakes, and all the lessons I've learned along the way. And if you appreciate real and truthful content, including all these lessons I've learned along my journey, please hit like, subscribe, and ping that notification bell and share this content with anyone who would appreciate it. Now, today, I want to deep dive into the question that's on every investor's mind right now. Has Bitcoin already topped, or is the real blow off top still ahead? We're going to break down the macro structure, short term setups, and signals we're watching to know when this market may flip from bullish to bearish. Plus, I want to share some fresh alpha on some other tokens we've been looking at, two new competitors aiming to dethrone Hyperliquid. But remember, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and never ever invest more than you can afford to lose. Crypto and DeFi are so risky, you can lose all your money. So look, this video isn't for everyone. And if you're not quite comfortable with decentralized perp tradings or trading cryptocurrencies in general, that is a-okay. But here's the deal. If you value your privacy, your capital, and your time, then you can't afford to ignore this. Because in this video, I'm going to show you why having access to a non-KYC still matters in 2025, what the Bitcoin and Ethereum charts are really telling us right now, and how leverage is being weaponized by both degens, institutions, and smart money, and how you can actually stay in the game, take advantage of this liquidity without getting wrecked. So let's break this down Dad's DeFi space style. Be sure to check out our link for LBank Exchange. Our link below will give you a 20% deposit bonus and 15% off your trading fees. This is something that I was able to negotiate for our community. So please take advantage of it before the offer ends. But the first time I missed a major move, it wasn't because I was looking at the wrong chart or over leveraged. It was because I was stuck in a KYC review on a centralized exchange back in 2021 towards the end of last market cycle. Test took 4 days, no access, no account, no way to trade my money, just waiting for a bot or a review team to approve my identity so I could trade my own money. Of course, we were trying to get away from Coinbase, but that's when I realized privacy isn't perk. In crypto, privacy is the point. A little bit later in the video, we're going to go over some rules of futures trading. So stay with me to the end. But first, let's keep it simple. Non KYC exchanges let you trade crypto, spot, perps, whatever, without handing over your identity documents. You'll get faster account creation, borderless access to markets, multiple accounts for strategy, much lower friction when moving capital. And of course, be aware you're going to have full responsibility of the risk, but that is true whether we're using a centralized or a decentralized exchange. And yes, this is more hands on. That's true. But I don't want to keep all of my money in ETFs. And that's what makes crypto powerful. You are in control. And that's exactly what Dad's DeFi space is all about. So before we dive into all these tools, we're going to talk Bitcoin, Ethereum, and market conditions. So, what is Bitcoin doing right now? We'll check out the charts on LBank Exchange. Now, LayerBank, LayerBank Exchange has been around for over 10 years, and they are one of our new community partners. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. As you can see, looking at the daily chart, Bitcoin is sitting above most of the exponential moving averages. We have had a stochastic RSI cross back on the 22nd, 23rd of October, just a few days ago, and Bitcoin has been positive over the last 3 days. Right now, we're sitting at just under $112,000, and it's looking bullish since our last little dip. Now, Bitcoin has had a massive dip since we hit the top, which is around the 6th of October. Bitcoin is sitting down right now approximately 11% in the area of highest volume on the chart, as you can see. But if we take a measurement from the top to the bottom, you can see that Bitcoin really suffered an 18 to 19% drawdown during this dip. So right now, what I'm watching the most is the bull market support band, which you can also follow the 20-week EMA, the weekly stochastic RSI, because I'm waiting to see if this blue stays above the orange, because if the blue stays above the orange, Bitcoin can continue on with its bullish momentum. Only thing I see here is volume has been dropping off a little bit, but it's still a lot more than what it was at the top. It's hard to say where Bitcoin is going to go right now because we have to wait and see what happens. If we can break above this 114, 115 region, which is very much our midpoint zone, we can continue on to the all-time high. But we could also break below and revisit the prior low, which is sitting around 103 to 106, depending on if we count the wick. You can also see down below one of our trades. If you would like to catch these trades before they end up on the channel, consider joining our free Telegram group. This group will be turning pro in the near future. And the only requirement we will have is that you sign up to one of our affiliate exchanges and trade on that exchange. But this Ethereum position, which is 25x leverage and an entry price at 3,874. We're sitting at a 52% profit. And if we go up just a little bit more, I'll be hitting my first take profit point just under $3,900. Now, if you wanted to be a little more aggressive, not financial advice, I would ride it closer to 4,000. But that's going to be a tough area for Ethereum to conquer, in my humble opinion. Very much a psychological region and big number. Next, I want to take a quick look at Ethereum. Now, the Ethereum chart has also had a stochastic RSI cross on the 22nd, right around here. Actually, it was closer to the 23rd. And we've basically been range bound between 3,700 and also 47 to 4,800. We'd really like to see Ethereum push back up above the top of this candle over $4,000, because if Bitcoin shows weakness, I think ETH may bleed back to Bitcoin. But right now, I'm still heavily accumulating ETH for the end of the bull run. That is my play, which I talk about on this channel all the time. Now, we're going to take a look at some of my favorite non-KYC perpetual exchanges, but I wanted to go over a quick leverage trading tip if you're interested in looking at futures. When longs are paying the shorts in the market, and that means you're getting paid to borrow to short, or vice versa. That's not momentum. That is called overcrowding. And a real smart trader is going to pause and think, should I be taking the same trade as everybody else? Because the thing is, with perpetual trading, somebody is going to win and somebody's going to lose. So when I am trading perpetuals, not financial advice, I use isolated margin. You can control your risk per trade, not your entire portfolio. And that's one of the reasons I survived in high leverage markets while most people can blow up their entire account. I do small calculated trades of usually 0.5%, 1%, 2%. I would never, ever trade more than 5% of my portfolio at any given time. I would not want to suffer losses like that large. But now I would like to take a look at the LBank Cryptocurrency exchange. This is a non-KYC exchange I've used for a while, and I still have good trust in this exchange today until proven otherwise. But the LBank Exchange offers some great perks like no mandatory KYC trading, low fees, deep liquidity, up to $6,000 of USDT rewards opportunities for rewards and airdrops, a clean UI for both mobile and desktop. We'll be looking at the desktop today. And you can use isolated or cross margin plus copy trading. Now, 15% off all trading fees, whether that's spot or futures, and a 20% deposit bonus for just a few more days if you use our link below. LBank is fast, it's clean, and it doesn't ask you for a passport. Now, right now, LBank is running a challenge, a giveaway for consistent, responsible traders and people who are using the platform. There are volume rewards for both deposits and for trading, and you can win AirPods, a MacBook Air, and even an iPhone 17 Pro. But the winners are tracked by trading volume. You just need consistency to do this, not a massive bankroll. So remember, sign up with our link, 15% off your trading fees, and right now a 20% off bonus if you catch this video quickly. Send me a direct message with your UID once you create a LBank account, and I'll make sure that you can be added to the Telegram group once it becomes gated. But if you join right now, you're welcome. It's free. Now, the LBank cryptocurrency exchange, just one of my favorite future exchanges that are non-KYC approved, non-KYC exchange that we support at Dad's DeFi Space is Blofin. Now, Blofin can be the exchange for tactical traders. So if LBank is kind of my go-to right now for just my daily setups and trades, Blofin is my battle station. They've been around for a long time. They have institutional grade security, high speed derivative execution, transparent funding rates, and yes, grid bots. And I love using grid bots. I am a busy dad, and it gives me a way to have a set it and forget it strategy. Although you really shouldn't forget it completely, you still have to manage it. Now, this is where I test strategies, monitor macro, manage bigger trades, especially as more capital gets involved. But understand, just like LBank, my tip before you open a position, you should check funding rates. If they're extremely positive, the market's overheated. If they're negative, there's a lot of fear. And if it's neutral, that could be a choppy opportunity for a grid bot. This can be very similar to using LP farming strategies in DeFi, where we need to think of our ranges in more terms of swing trades, which is how I trade perps. So let's take a look at my other two positions on the Blofin exchange. Now, with Blofin in the past, we have traded spot. We have done copy trading where they have this on LBank. Also, with traders who have proved themselves that you can copy and they do earn a portion of the profits. Futures trading, they coin futures. So if this helps you, please drop a comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss my next moves. Join our free Telegram group or check us out at dadsdefispace.org. Help support the channel by checking out our links, non-KYC exchange, Blofin, and Weeks. That is what I trade on. And stay tuned. I'm going to be releasing a video on Aster in the near future. Hope each of you enjoy the rest of your day. And I want to thank you for taking some time out to help support my channel and my mission. Go find us over at Dad's DeFi Space on X at CryptoZone1013. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay strong out there. Touch some grass. Peace.